Yesterday I got hit up about something, someone we work with, who had been a mate of mine for many years. I borrowed something off this person years ago, and it's got to the stage where I actually forgotten that I had this thing. It's still in my garage. It's a cricket helmet we used for a sketch for an old TV show.
How many years ago did you borrow this helmet?
Like I'd say almost 20 years ago. 20
years.
Oh my god!
And the helmet's owner hasn't let go of it.
No,
obviously.
it's like I saw it last night in the garage. I still didn't bring it in though. But I saw it last. It's got as far as my doorway, but still got his name in it.
It's got his name.
Is that inside?
So it's definitely his property. I mean, it's getting to the point where you almost either just need to change your name and get a new passport and leave the country, or you're going to have to murder him.
Yeah, I've had it longer than I think he's owned it by a long
30
stretch.
years.
Yeah.
Or 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get into longest loaners. 0800 the hits, 4487 on the text machine as well. Longest time maybe you've lent something out and it hasn't returned, or you've held on to something. Can you beat Ben Boyce's 20-year cricket helmet? I mean, when does it become yours?
Well, I think I thought it was mine now, but obviously he doesn't think it is. But yesterday I thought I'd put you to the test and see if you could loan something off someone we work with at the radio station. Now, Laura McGoldrick, Brad and Laura, they do a great job on the new afternoon show here at the Hits.
Yeah.
And you know, you get on with Laura, but wouldn't say you're like your best of mates.
Yeah, no, we're colleagues.
Not because you don't, but it's just because you're not mates. You know, who wants to be mates with you?
No one wants to be mates. Like I've only got her on my phone as Laura, and there's no text messages. There's no previous communication in there. Lovely lady. We've got a professional relationship. And you said, why don't you phone up and see if you can borrow her car to transport compost?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
we're definitely
compost.
Yeah, our relationship's great, but it's definitely not at the borrow your car to transport compost status.
Compost.
Yeah. So we thought
I did not feel 100% comfortable asking this question. Our relationship's not even, can I borrow your swipe card to go to the toilet? We're not even at that level.
Yeah.
So you plugged my phone in to a cable so that the call was coming straight from me. It didn't even look like it was coming from the studio.
And we found out that she drives an SUV, so we thought, well, that would be great for picking up compost. The ideal car wasn't ideal. Have a listen.
Hello.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry to interrupt you. Have I got you at a good time, bad time?
Yeah. Oh, you're absolutely fine. How you going?
Yeah, no, good. Sorry, this is a really weird question.
Go for it.
Have you got an SUV by any chance?
An SUV. Like I have a Ford Everest.
Everest.
Is that an SUV?
Well, yeah. I was just because I've just got a tiny car and I was just needing to pick up some compost from the garden centre this afternoon. So I was just wondering if I could borrow the car and then I'll drop it back before the end of your show.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yes, my car's a pigsty, and I don't have time to clean it to pretend that it's not.
Sorry, no, that's fine. It was just people around the office said you had the SUV. So, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Laura.
It's all right.
Laura, it's Jono and Ben here. Look, we're just doing it. Jono doesn't need to borrow your car. We're just seeing if you'd loan him the car, if you let him borrow it. You would. That was too easy. You were sweet.
Yeah, I would, but I was genuinely, because I was looking at the car thinking,
yeah, no, but there's no questions about that. I was going to get a load of compost in there.
Put it in your car. You're like, hey, whatever. No. What a wonderful, lovely person you are.
Like, don't get me wrong. I was going to hang up the phone and ring up and go, the weirdest thing just happened.
Jono wanted to borrow the car
to transport compost.
I don't even think he knows my surname, but that's okay. He's just going to take the car. No worries.
Oh, there you go. You can borrow Laura's car for compost. There you go.
There's Laura Goldriddle. Thank you for your time, Laura. Yeah. There you go. So very generous.
It's a reflection on how generous and lovely she is, and also a reflection on how random you are. Yes. People are like, hey, yeah, I guess it would be something Jono would do.
Okay, so loaning. The longest loaners, that's what we're after this morning on New Zealand's Breakfast. How long have you lent something out for? How long have you actually had someone else's item for? Get in touch with us now.
Rated M for mildly amusing. Jono and Ben, New Zealand's Breakfast.
We want to talk about the longest time you've either given something out to someone, loaned it to someone, or you've had something, loaned an item off someone.
Longest loaners.
I don't really like loaning things to people because, I always know you're never going to get back.
No, well, that was my mum. I just had one message throughout my childhood, and it was never a borrower nor a lender be. And there's things your mums just say over and over that it just eventually turns into white noise.
Yeah.
But now as an adult, I fully understand what she's saying. It's because if you do lend something out, don't expect it back.
Look, I love being generous to people and I love to help people out, but I know that 9 times out of 10 when you go, hey, yeah, have this. Yeah, no,
And for some reason, it's always awkward for you to ask for the item back. You're sort of almost
You've got to hope
apologetic.
that we go, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I know it's mine, but sorry, have you
Hey,
finished?
that hoodie that you wore when you went home last time was mine. Can I just, you hope that the person would go, oh, here's your thing back,
Yeah, but they don't because they get on with their life.
Yeah.
And that's how you've ended up borrowing a cricket helmet for 20 years.
Yeah, true.
Ollie, you're on from Christchurch. Longest loners. What have you got?
Well, I borrowed a book off one of my school friends back in primary school in like 2006.
Well, that's a
And
good
then
stint.
the next year I moved schools and forgot to give it back, and I still have it.
Still got the book. Well, you hear those stories of, libraries who are like, we've got an overdue book for 45 years. The late fees are in the thousands. And I imagine that sort of thing too also happened with video shops back in the day. People would still have Top Gun on VHS from United Video or Video Easy.
Do you reckon they want it back now, United Video?
Yeah, they've just written out the technology. That's a huge win for the renter there, isn't it? Because you get banned from the DVD. Remember, you get banned, shamed on a wall on the DVD shop.
Yeah.
Margaret hasn't returned 5 DVDs.
And the biggest problem was not rewinding it as well, too. Remember that?
my
Yeah,
God.
that was a bugbear.
Oh, there's some old men rambling about old technology, Ollie. Did you enjoy that, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how good you've got it these days. You have a good one. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're on from Taranaki. Emily, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
We're doing really well. It's great to talk to you. Longest loners.
We lent out our spare car to a friend of ours, for a weekend so he could go do a job. It took us over 6 months to get it back because he passed it on to somebody for drugs and we had to get the cops to help us.
Oh, no. So he loaned it to someone else and then it got used for illegal activity.
Were they good drugs?
I'm pretty sure it was meth or something.
Oh, yeah, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Right.
That's all right. That's all right.
Jeez.
Keep you going. Productivity's up.
Oh, jeez. Oh, so you eventually got the car back through the police or not?
Yeah, we did. We after trying to contact him for months, I reported it stolen. And it got picked up on a security camera at a Z station, and we had it back within a couple of weeks.
And you had no idea.
Your
We
car.
had no idea. It was like he just kept spinning stories. It's like, like, I'm going to come out this weekend, mate. Oh, I just broke up with my missus. Oh, I'm just moving. And eventually he just stopped replying.
Some good delay tactics. When anyone starts with, no. There's questions to be asked. There is. Well, I'm glad you got your car back. And it was very generous of you to lend it out for 6 months to God knows who.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate it, Emily. Zoe from Tauranga, welcome. Longest loners, what is it?
A dress to my sister in 2011, and now it's 2022.
Oh, that's 11 years later. You're like, are you going to get it back?
Yeah, are you ever going to give me my dress?
Yeah, it's
Even
probably gone
though
out of fashion now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful dress. So.
We'll make a public service announcement. Let's call her out on the radio, Zoe.
We'll have to send it over. Let's her in the country to visit me. She can bring it.
Oh,
bring the
yeah, she's
dress
got a
back.
good option with the MIQ thing at the moment. Can't get in. Thank you very much for your calls, New Zealand. Really appreciate it.